Hey, Facebook fam. Good morning. Happy Monday. Shuga Shootin' the breeze. Shuga Shootin' the breeze. Look, y'all. I got up this morning and I had to go to the grocery store so I can go on and get my almond milk and the other things that I wanted to get. Since yesterday, I had my cereal with milk with water, so I don't want to do that no more. So I got on up this morning. Went on to the grocery store. That's what I did. Got a few things. After the 4th of July foolishness, all the good eating we did, we're going to have some salads today. We're going to have some salads probably today and tomorrow because I got some turkey, y'all. I got some turkey. I went to Kroger's. That's our local grocery store here. And I went to Kroger's and they had turkey. At first I said I wanted chicken, but they had turkey. I said, let me get some turkey. I make some turkey salads for me and my boo. I make some turkey salads. And then I think that'll be good. Yeah, I think that'll be good for later on. Had to get on up and go to the grocery store. Had to get on up and go to the grocery store and come on back. It was quiet. Few people up in there, not very many. Not very many up in there. They was doing their stocking, getting stuff restocked from the holiday. You know, they have little stuff everywhere, but for the most part, they was doing some restocking. Preparation for the week. So I said, well, let me get on up and go in here and see what I can get and get on back to the house. And yeah, come on in these social media streets on the World Wide Web and shoot the breeze with some folks. If you're in the streets, if you're out here in these social media streets and you say sugar, come on. Drop a hey sugar, drop a hey sugar. Sit a spell if you choose to. If you ain't got enough time to do what you can. But yeah. But right now, I'm getting ready to wash my dishes. And from there, I got to fix my cereal because I didn't eat. I'm not a breakfast person per se. I don't need the huge, humongous breakfast. I don't the grits, eggs, toast. I used to tear it up. I used to tear up some grits and eggs and bacon and sausage and all of that. Yeah, because that's how I was raised. We ate a big meal, breakfast for the most part. Cereal, yeah, we did cereal. You know, we did cereal, but a good old-fashioned breakfast, can't beat it. But at this big age, I'm not trying to do a heavy breakfast. You know, I kind of pull back and resorted to maybe some cereal for the most part, Cheerios, and add some nuts to it, a couple of grapes, and let that do me. And got my almond milk because that's what I like. Since I can't, me and milk, regular milk, we don't get along, but my almond milk. So yeah, I thought I'd jump on here, do my dishes, then I get my cereal together, and I can continue the discussion. Shuga Shootin' the breeze, just about whatever. All right. Yeah, I had to get me some more dish detergent because I had run out. And what I normally do, I refill the little one from the big one, put the big one under the bottom. I usually do that. But somehow, the big one got used without knowing that it was used up. So by the time I looked, I was like, oh, I'm about out of dish detergent. So, I had to give him some more of that. I like to get every little drop because I paid for it. Every little drop. every little drop. And then you squeeze in the bottom, every little drop. All of it. That was my grandmama. You ain't gonna waste nothing. All the way to the bottom of anything. You ain't gonna waste nothing. Every little bit out of it you can get. Ain't no wasting stuff. That's how I grew up. You ain't wasting. You're gonna get every little crumb up out of there that you can get that can make some bubbles. That can do your dishes. Every little bit. And then after that, okay. And a lot of times, find a way to recycle. Be recycling everything. You find a way to recycle it. Now I ain't recycling this. I'm gonna go on put it in the trash so that the folks that collect trash keep a job. But normally, recycle all kinds of stuff. Recycle. I come up with people recycle a lot of stuff. You know, repurpose it. And didn't throw a whole lot of stuff away. You repurposed it. Made it for something else. And put a drop. Just a drop. That's all I need. Just a drop. That's it. Just a drop in the water. You know, help with the germs. For the most part, help with germs. Because from what I understand, you know, dish detergent don't have any real antibacterial in it. So you have to have exceptionally hot water. But I grew up learning how to put just a drop, just a little drop of Clorox. It helps out. Help kill off the booger bears. Help kill them off. Woke up probably about, my eyes came open about 9 o'clock this morning. About 8 or 9. I slept pretty good. I did. When I got to bed, I slept pretty good. I know we got some folks celebrating birthdays today. Yep. If that's you, drop it in the comments. I think off the top of my head, we got a couple of Facebook friends celebrating. I got a couple of Facebook friends celebrating birthdays today. Shout them out, you made it to another year. You're going to come around, spin around another year of your birthday, anniversary. Yep. Spin around another year. I was able to see it. Yep. So I think it's Isaiah. Yeah, one of our Facebook friends. Isaiah, it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Zay. Happy birthday. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you get a chance to do something. You probably did something for the weekend. Probably Incorporated it for the weekend since it's on today. Yeah. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Let me see. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And you wish many, many more. Happy birthday to you. Hey, say happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yep. Happy birthday. Anybody else celebrate? Shuga sing your birthday song. If that's you, happy birthday. Let's see. Now look, I can't. I'm gonna have to put on these readers, y'all. Look, I done got to this age. Let's see who they. Hey, Theta. Hey, Miss Claire. Theta. 30. What? God dog it, Theta Zay Burke. He 30. Theta, he 30 today. Good Lord. Zay. Happy birthday. You 30 today. Ooh, Theta, yeah, we is, Theta. We that. What you wrote? We that. Theta, we seasoned. We seasoned, Theta. We seasoned. We yeah. Our baby Theta say 30. Can't believe it. Man. He done got into the 30 decade. 30 years. Oh. I remember him. I remember that when Zay was just a little fella. Little fella. Yep. Yeah, he was a little fella. We was in, you remember we was in the kitchen. Remember we was in the kitchen, we was in here dancing to Michael Jackson. Tweedledee, tweedledee, tweedledee. Yeah, I can't sing too much because you know they try and cut you off. He was in here. Tweedledee. That was Zay in here with us cutting up. Yeah, that's the baby. That's the baby. He done got. Yeah. Yeah, all our kids is in their 30s now. Look at that. In their 30s. All of them. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. We get to see it. We got to see that. We got the chance to see them get to their 30s, and my daddy say, you know, I hope to grow old with my kids. We want to grow old together. That's what my daddy say. We want to grow old together. I hope we can do that. That's a blessing to be able to grow old with your kids. See them age and you age. Yeah, girl, we cut up. We cut up. As a matter of fact, I got that video somewhere. Because, you know, we was always videoing. We was always videoing and capturing the moments. We were always videoing. I have it. I have to go and look for it and find it for you. And share it with you. But, yeah. Videoing. Got the camera out. Videoing. Captured a lot of stuff. Captured some good stuff. We captured some good stuff. Yep, up here doing my dishes. Getting ready for the day. Yeah. Getting ready for the day. Getting ready for the day. You know, my day don't start before 8 o'clock. It don't start before 8. You know, God bless those that are able to get up 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, my mom, she does that. My mom says, why you laying up in the bed and don't get up early enough? She said, get out there and breathe some of the fresh air. Breathe it before they done polluted it with their funky air. So get up early and inhale some of the fresh, unpolluted air that everybody else done breathed in after a certain hour. But I'm like, okay, Mom, I think it'll be fresh enough by the time I get up. It'll be fresh enough. Hey, Lena. Get your Bernie, Sugar Shootin the breeze. Random, you know, like I'm sitting on the front porch, seeing who stopped by. See who stopped by and see what's on your mind. See what you got going on. What you know good. What you know good. So yeah, just shooting the breeze. As a matter of fact, I said, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go live. You know, my aunt, one of my aunts was like, well, you know, when y'all were doing the birthday shout outs during COVID and doing the videos and had everybody just enjoying themselves, shouting them out for the birthdays and coming up with the themes. It was fun. It was great. It was a way to connect with people, you know, because it was a time of uncertainty that we just truly didn't know about. So we was trying our best to kind of connect with folks. Trying our best to connect with them. And that was something that popped in our heads. Well, every person on our birthday list and our Facebook friends, if you participate, we're going to shout you out for your birthday, because we don't know. This might be the only way we get a chance to interact with you until, you know, the smoke clears of COVID. But we established that. But, you know, now, because, you know, I certainly don't want to infringe on anybody's copyright for music purposes and all of that. So you can't play music like you used to. Can't play music. What you... Yeah, you can't play music like you used to, so we really can't do the skits like because it was the music that was driving it, the theme. But I said, okay, well, what can we come up with to still continue to celebrate folks for their birthday? I said, well, we come up with a party and a post. And that way you get some pictures. And now with Facebook, when they allow you to actually attach music, I said, okay, Facebook, y'all did that for me. I know you did. I'm gonna claim it. Y'all made it available for music so that I could be able to set music to picture. I know Facebook did that for me. Now, if it did it for you, that's great too, but I'm gonna claim it. Facebook knew I like music, and we like to shout folks out for their birthday and come up with themes, but because of copyright stuff, I didn't want to infringe on anybody's copyright. So when I discovered you could actually attach music to a picture, I said, okay, we back in action. We could at least show our picture, say who the birthday shout's coming from, and then put music to it, and you get your party in a post. I'm like, okay, we're on to something, you know, we're on to something. And then my aunt said, y'all know y'all need to make it professional, go to professional mode. She's like, well, you should go to professional mode. I mean, I enjoyed it regardless. She said, you try professional mode. You should monetize it. If you're going to be up here cutting up, acting the fool, you might as well get some change out of it. I was like, well, I mean, we can. I guess you can, if that be the case. So, you know, think about it. It's something you might want to do. So I said, okay, well. So that's, what does it take? And that's what I went to research to find out what it takes for professional mode. Because other than that, we just on here playing on these people's internet. That's what we were doing. Having fun, because that's what you do. Having fun. And discovered it's like, okay, well, what you need to do it? Well, just press the button. Go in professional mode. Just press the button. And then what? It's like, well, how do you monetize it? I don't know. It's like, we'll just read, find out. So you got to discover that you got to have at least 500 followers from what I understand, from what I understood, and then 500 or more, and then you qualify for the lower way you could receive tips, is what they call it, from the stars, you know. So I said, okay, nothing beats a failure but a try. I tried. People, hey, turn it on. So I said, well, what can I do? What kind of content can you do? People doing content, and they doing beautiful content. Beautiful content. In the profile. And I did. I figured it out. I figured out how to switch. I switched it over. So I said, okay, I'm going to try it out and see how it works. I said, but you got to give people something. You got to give people something to want to, you know, decide to go in their purse for. You got to give them something worthwhile, you know. So I said, okay, I go live. A lot of the stuff that people are doing is very entertaining. I'll be on there just clicking and laughing. Give you a star. I'm gonna give you a star. You know, I discovered a star is like a tip. It's like a penny. It's like a penny. And let me tell you a story about pennies, y'all. Let me tell you a story about pennies. Pennies is valuable. And there was a time that people didn't walk by a penny. People didn't walk by a penny because penny had a lot of value. Growing up, we had what we call penny candy in the store. It was penny candy. And for 1 penny, you get some candy. We going down into the corner store. Miss Clark, that was our neighborhood little corner store. And she had a penny candy jar set on the counter. And so if you saw a penny growing up as a kid, you picked it up because it had value. It had some value. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start me a penny candy. And that's what I did. I started to be a little penny candy. I bought me some penny candy, and I said, I'm going to sell it for 2 cents versus 1. Went up to Miss Clark, bought about 50 cents worth of penny candy, and started me a little penny candy. I'm going to sell it for 2 cents. That was like back in the 80s. And so, yeah, we value a penny. And even today, I still value a penny. I cannot walk by and not pick up a penny. I can't do it. I got to pick up a penny. If I see it on the ground, I don't care. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to pick it up because it's valuable. Yeah, they've since cut out pennies where, you know, no longer in production, but I'm going to pick up a penny and I'm going to put it in my pocket. I'm going to put it in my pocket. How many I got? The 10, 11. Yeah. There's a lot of value in pennies. You get enough of them. Yeah. You get enough of them put together. You can do some things. You can do some things with a penny. So, you know, if a star is a penny, then look. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for my pennies. Thank you. So for that reason, yeah. My daddy, let me tell you how he taught us to value money. You know, folks would get what they call allowances back in the day. They would get allowances. And my daddy started us off 35 cents. Stay with me. 35 cents. He started us with 35 cents a day, Monday through Friday. And we looking at it, you know, 35 cents. That's it. You know, we had friends that was getting like $5 a week. But my daddy said no. It was 4 of us. So he said, I'm going to start you with 35 cents a day. Yeah, it ain't no shame Shirley, we know, ain't no shame. Pennies make dollars. They make dollars, girl. Yeah. Pick it up. So my daddy, he had 35 cents for each of us. He set it on the television. You know, we had the floor model TVs, the big ones. And he set it on top of the TV for all 4 of us, starting on Monday. 35 cents a day. What's that? 35 times 5 days a week. 35 times 5, 25, 15, 16, $7, $1.75 for the week. His philosophy was, you ain't got to work. I take care of you. Me and your mama, you ain't got to pay no bills. You ain't got to buy no food. You ain't got to buy your clothes. So 35 cents a day, that should suffice. That ought to help you do what you're going to do, because all you're going to do is run down there to this penny candy store, get you some candy, and if you choose to save it up a little something, get you a little something extra. He valued, you know, setting a little aside, saving a little bit for charity, a little bit for spending out of that 35 cents now. You say something, a nickel, set that to the side. That's your savings. The other 30 cents, you decide if you want to do something with it, whatever you can do with it. You add it up, eventually it'll get to something. It'll get to where you can actually buy something. But the penny candy store, that's pretty much what I did. I took my 35 cents, I said I got to flip it. I got to flip it a little bit. I'm gonna have to flip it, because it's ain't much I can do with it, just the 35. So, but he made us value a penny. My daddy, he made us value a penny. You understood, you know, knowing how to manage. 35 into 70. Yep. Yep, Lena. I had to figure out something, because I'm like, what can I do with 35 cents other than buy some candy with it? And even a bag of chips, you know, back then they were selling the chips, the bags that we got today, you know, that they want to sell 2 for $1. The little small bags of chips today we had the bigger bags, and the most Miss Clark was selling them for was like 25, 30 cents for that. Now that's a lot. That took all my 35 cents for the bag of chips that she was selling, like 35 cents for that bag. I was like, I can't buy the bag of chips. That's gonna be all my 35 cents. All are gonna be gone. And I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow. So I said, no, I'll just wait, save it up, take it, buy me some penny candy, and flip it. I wasn't but about 12 when my daddy started giving us allowances. I was about 12 for the 35 cents, 13, yeah, about 12, 13 years old. I was like, man, this some bull. I can't do nothing with it. But my daddy said, take it or leave it. Okay, I'll take it. I would take it. Thank you, Daddy, for the 35 cents a day. Because today, I know how to manage. I know how to manage a little. I know how to manage a lot, because I learned from the little that he gave us. That was the establishment of financial management, of what you get and not going broke. Yeah. That ain't a good place to be, being broke. But you don't learn how to manage until you get tired of being broke. You know, somebody got to teach you how to manage if you don't know. So, but yeah. Yep. And I said, okay, Lord, how am I going to help the people, entertain them? What can I do to give them some content worth saying, I'll part with a penny, I'll part with a couple of dollars, whatever. What is it that you can do? You know, and the name of it is Facebook. You know, when it first came out, it was more so just to be able to interact with people more. Folks you really knew, you know, folks that you knew, and you did that, it allowed you to do that. And then, of course, it developed and evolved into what it is today. We're sitting on over, what, I think 3+ billion people on this platform. And so, but Facebook, and say they want to see your face. It's good to see your face and interact with you. And I said, okay, well, let's just talk and shoot the breeze. Well, how you going to do that? Well, just turn it on. Turn it on. And talk to the people. Turn it on and let them know a little something about you. Engage. Let them see you. Let them hear from you. Just let them just see you and interact with you. You know, put in the comment section. Talk. Discuss. You know, what's on your mind. What you like. What you don't like. What you got going on for the day. I'm a real person. I am. I'm a real person. Yeah. Have lived 55 years. Have lived 55 years. Yeah, Lenny, he said, make it enough. I made it enough. I certainly did. I made it enough, Lena. I did. But yeah, I lived 55. I don't live 55 years out, and if God bless me to see my next birthday is September 22nd, I will be 56. I'm looking forward to it. But today, we got birthdays. Zay's birthday. That a baby boy. Done hit 30. He done hit 30. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So, yeah. Finish up my little dishes here. Cause I still gotta eat my Cheerios. Still gotta eat my Cheerios. I went and got my almond milk because I ran out and wasn't able to have the milk, but I used water. Yeah, I used water yesterday. I used water yesterday for my milk. Cold water. It was cold. Thinking, you know, just kind of make me think that I was drinking milk. With the coldness, it gave you the illusion. But the only thing is, it's too liquidy. It was too liquidy, so it'll make you, the crumbs and stuff, it'll have you choking if you ain't careful. I got on up and got me some, went and got to the grocery store. Went to Kroger's grocery store. And got my stuff. And got my milk. So I can have with my cereal. That's what it did. Y'all, let me show you something. Who know about dishcloths like this and what did it? The dishcloth like this? Yeah. This mean you use Clorox in your water. I'm tore up dishcloth. We call them dish rags. Yeah. Clorox did that. When you see the dish rags look like this in somebody's kitchen, just know, yeah. Oh, they use Clorox. Their dish is clean. Their dish is sanitized. Because they got them tore up dish rags. That's what it do. And what Clorox do to your dish rag, it'll tear it up. And then eventually, you gotta throw them away. But until then, yeah, that's the doings of putting a little bleach in the water, trying to keep the germs down. That's what that do. So now I'm gonna fix my cereal. Y'all. So I eat my cereal for the day. I only eat twice a day. Usually, like I say, a little cereal. Then if I have some fruit or something like that, maybe a piece of fruit, then I have dinner. I'm not a big eater at this stage. You can't eat a whole lot. I don't really need a whole lot. But cereal do me good. Cereal do me good. This is my bowl right here. This is what I use. That's my cereal bowl. That's my cereal bowl. Yeah. And my Cheerios. Yeah. Couple of walnuts. I put a couple of walnuts in there with it. And I do a couple of grapes. I put some walnuts in there today. I'm about to run out of my almonds. I'm about to run out of them. I'm about to run out. 3 more. Okay. Yeah. Got my almond. You have to shake it up, That's what it says anyway. Shake it up real good. Put about a half cup in there. About a half a cup. Yeah, that'll do it. About a half a cup. And see, now I got my walnuts. Yeah, I like the Simple Truth from Kroger's. I like the Simple Truth walnuts. Put a couple of them there. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Just like that. You see, when I open up the bag, somehow I opened it up and it went past the Ziploc part. So then it broke the seal on the Ziploc. So now I had to put it in a regular Ziploc bag and close it up. They have the Ziploc on the actual nut bag itself. I had to put it in the Ziploc bag because it broke the seal on it. I did that. I broke the seal on it. Like I said, a couple of grapes. Because the Cheerios, they're not the honey nut. I didn't get the honey nut Cheerios. So the grapes, that's my sugar. Rinse them off a little bit. Just rinse them off. That's all. Rinse them off a little bit. Just drop them off in there. Just like that. Just like that. Drop them off in there. Put it back in the refrigerator. Oh, sucky. Oh, sucky. There I have it. There I have it. And stir it up a little bit. Just stir it up. Just a little bit. That's some good cereal right there. That's pretty good. It hit my taste buds just right. Hit my taste buds just right. Yep. Yep, that's pretty good right there. That's good. A lot of folks be like, I use smacking. Let me tell you, my grandmama, she used to smack. She could eat food. She could eat anything. And boy, it be looking so good when she be eating it. I mean, it could be a biscuit. It didn't matter. It could be a biscuit. She be eating it. And you be just looking like, ooh. And it tastes good, grandma? Yeah. It tastes good. And you're talking and eating. I said, it tastes good. Mm-hmm. And she had a little smack going on with it. A little smack. You'd be like, yeah. And she be talking. Shooting the breeze like I'm doing. Just engaging, that's all. Mm-hmm. And my dad's mom, she's gone on to glory, y'all. She left here in 97. Mm-hmm. Rosie Mae World Tatum Jordan. Yep. My grandmama, she whooped me one time. One time she whooped me. Yeah. It broke my heart. Because she had never really, she never even considered whooping, but one time she whooped me one time. Mm-hmm. I forget what it was. If somebody know in my family, if they recall, I don't know. But she whooped me one time. It broke my heart. My mama whooped me. My mom's mom, no, she never whooped me. You know, she never whooped me. I was like, you know, Sugar. I was Sugar. I was Sugar. That's who I was. Was Sugar. And but yeah. But she would eat that food and it be looking so good. And you be wanting some. You be wanting some. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shout out once again to the birthday folks. Shout out once again to the birthday folks. In these birthday Facebook streets. Being loved on. Mm-hmm. Being loved on. Mm-hmm. See another day, another year, another anniversary of your birth come around. I don't take it for granted. I don't. Because people leaving here every day. Every day. They leaving here for various reasons. They leaving here. And it's unfortunate. I mean, if you came, you're going to go. At some point in time, you're going to go. So, whatever we can do while you're here, you know, come and make your contribution to the world. Whatever you could do to help somebody, help them. You know, you do it, yeah. Use your gifts, whatever talents you got, whatever you can do to make your contribution in a positive, as positive a way you can. The way the script's set up, you know, we out here can choose. You know, people got the ability now to, you can choose to do good, you can choose to do evil. It's in the script. We in it. We get to decide. You know, get to use our free will. But, you know, one thing we can't do now, what we can't do, and this is what I have come to know, what you can't do is choose and use your free will to offend someone, and then also try and decide how they are to handle the offense. You just can't have it both ways. You know, you can't. You got to decide. If you're going to offend somebody, you got to be ready for whatever shows up, however they handle it. If they graciously decide to turn the other cheek, then, you know, you managed to escape that, because technically, you know, if you know you was wrong, you was wrong. You deserve some type of reprimand. But if someone extends you grace on it, then, you know, chalk that up as like, okay, they extended me grace. But we don't get to decide how anybody handles the offense that we might dish out. Knowingly and even unknowingly, you may not have intended to offend anyone. You may not have intended, but whatever state of mind it was in when the offense occurred, we just don't get to decide how they handle it. So, you know, I try and lead with good intentions, try and lead with trying to, you know, do right by others. We do the best you can, you know, with what you know. When you know right, you're supposed to do right, but that's not always the case, you know. We're all guilty of it. But we get to decide. This free will. We get to do it. We get to use it. We made it here. We made it. We made it. Our daddies, if he carried the light, you know, our mamas had the earth, and we entered, and we made our way into the world after 9 months, 8 months, 7 months, whatever time frame you entered in. It allowed you the ability to come and establish yourself and see what you can do. See what you can do. Whoever got you here, you know, as my dad would say, thank them. If that's all you can do, thank them for getting you here. Thank them for doing that. They ain't have to get you here. Now, yes, some may not have came into this realm in the most loving way, and that is unfortunate. You know, how you entered, who you entered through, who you came through to get here on this side of earth, to get here. It may not have been ideal, and yeah, that's in the script too. Somebody is unfortunately is being birthed into situations that is not favorable, that is downright hellacious, and to some degree how they get here. Yeah, so there's no real guarantees. There are no guarantees how the story for you gonna go, but you just hope and pray that you're able to, once you become aware, because as a baby you don't really know anything capable of taking care of yourself. You know, your parents stayed there for you, the ones that were able to do for you. For those that didn't have them, yeah, it's unfortunate. Ideally, you would have wanted to be in a two-parent, coming in and being loved on, decided that they wanted to have children, yeah. But the script, once again, you know, how some have gotten him has not been the most favorable. But it don't be the end of the story, you know. Get to some people. Once you are granted an opportunity to live. All right, my theta. Thank you for showing up for Shuga Shootin' the Breeze and sitting a spell with me. I love you. You enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. All right. Love you. But yep. So yeah, you just everybody, you don't get to decide. At least as far as we're concerned, as far as we know, we don't get to decide to come. Somebody made the decision for us. Our parents that came together and got us here. And then, if we was fortunate enough to have someone to raise us and get us to the point of being adult to adulthood, and then get us to the point of being aware that you're here and what it all means. Yeah, it's definitely a learning phase. For the first 18 years of your life, if you're able to get there, based on who raised you, who got you here. You know, it's all a matter of perspective, but at some point you get a chance to be exposed to certain things that it's like, oh, that's how it's supposed to go. That's how, because like I say, sometimes people don't know because how they were raised, you know. But if you live long enough to get to a certain point, and especially now that we have access to people, have access to the world, you can kind of get an idea of how things go. You can do that. You can get an idea, and folks can show you. And like I say, offense, people, you know when you offend somebody, for the most part, people, they'll kind of let you know. For those that might even turn the other cheek, but at some point, if you keep doing it, they're going to eventually let you know you offended them, however it shows up. But you're living in this free will state of being as we know it. We're able to choose. We get to choose, y'all. We get to choose. Like I chose me some cereal this morning. That's what I did. I chose me some cereal. That's what I did. That's good to me, y'all. That's good. That is good. The walnuts, they fresh. They fresh. They are fresh. Yep, I had got my numbers checked. And you have a physical every year. And then you have your follow-up visits and stuff like that. I had my numbers checked. My cholesterol was up a little bit, so I said, okay. Need to reel it in just a little bit. Reel it in. Reel them numbers, bring them numbers back down a little bit. If I could do it with diet and exercise, then that's my goal. Let me get them numbers back down, y'all. Get them back down, because, yeah, it could be, it could do some damage. It can. It could do some damage, so let me keep trying to see if I can reel it in a bit. Yep. I'm just Shuga Shootin the breeze. Sitting on the porch. I'm in my kitchen. In these social media streets. That's what I'm doing. In my kitchen, peering out into the world. Looking. Seeing who want to stop by and interact. Say, hey, sugar. I see how you doing. Tell me how you doing. Tell me how you feeling. How your day going. You know? Tell me something good. I like good news. I like to hear good news. I do. I like to hear it. Because there's definitely enough bad news out there. There's definitely enough of that. Now, tell me something good. Tell me something good. Tell me something good. Shaka said, tell me something good. Yeah. Good news. Good news is good. Good news is good. So yeah, when I go back to the doctor in July, I will definitely be having my numbers checked, my cholesterol. Well, this July, the end of July, as a matter of fact, my July date, the last week of July, I have to go back and look and see what day my appointment is actually on. But go on back to the doctor, and she can check my numbers for my cholesterol, see what they're looking like. That's pretty much the only thing I got to issue that try to ease out of control. You know, they say you're supposed to keep your numbers under 200, the cholesterol. Keep it under 200 total cholesterol. And then as far as LDL, they say you keep it under. Now for me, according to the number, it's 130 and then under 100. But total cholesterol under 200. And you got your triglycerides, excuse me, and your HDL. So you're supposed to keep that, I think, above, keep it above 40 or 50. Don't quote me on it, but that's supposed to be the good cholesterol. That's what they say. I'm no doctor. But I'm just saying what the medical world, medical research and information says. Those numbers are just only quoting what considered to be the facts of what they determine. So yeah, they see my numbers was at 240. That's what my doctor say. So I said, okay. All right. See what I can do. See what I can do. Get my numbers down. See what I can do. See if I can do it with diet and exercise. Scrape it out. Whatever. Burn it up. Scrape it out. If our liver supposed to be the organ responsible, it produces cholesterol in and of itself. So we don't necessarily have to consume cholesterol. We don't need it in our diet, but because our liver produces it on its own, it's a factor in and of itself. It produces cholesterol because it's needed. Your body do need it. It is a component necessary for different functions in the body. It is a component. So your liver is constantly making it. So when we're eating it from animal product, yeah, that's considered excess. Vegetarians or the ones that people that don't eat meat or any animal product based, just strictly vegetables and non-animal product. Yeah, but folks that us meat eaters, because I eat a little meat now. Yeah, I eat a little meat. I grew up on meat. I eat me some meat. So yeah, we do introduce cholesterol in our diet from the meat that we eat, animal-based products. And so, keep an eye on what you eat, how much, and then let your numbers kind of tell you what you need to pull back on, what you need to add to, because there's such thing now. There's such thing as being too low and stuff, just as much as there's such thing as being too high. Blood pressure issues. If you ain't doing what is necessary to maintain a healthy blood pressure, whether it's too low or too high, it's still can cause a problem for us, you know. Too low or too high still can cause a problem. You need to be right in the middle as much as you can. They say, you know, according to the numbers that they say, on 130 over 90, keep it under that. That's what they say. That's what the medical world advises. Keep it under 130 over 90. Used to be, I know, 120 over 80 used to be perfect. Used to be the perfect, considered the perfect blood pressure. But now they got it registered as pre-hypertensive, you know. So it's like, boy, trying to keep these numbers right, y'all. As my doctor said, I don't want her looking at me crazy when she go in and do your blood work and take your numbers, get your blood pressure and all of that. I don't want her looking at me crazy, talking about what you doing. What you doing? I don't want her looking at me crazy. I want to be like, yeah, you know you're doing good. You know, I'm gonna try my best. You know, I'm gonna give it the best effort to do right by my numbers, because we only got one body. This it. This all the body I got. I ain't got none in the closet. I ain't got none backed up nowhere. I ain't got none coming off the assembly line that I can magically, they can transfer my soul and all of the contents of my brain into another body. No, they ain't got that. They might be working on it, but they ain't. As of right now, you only get one body. You do the best you can with the one that you got, and the life that you've been afforded to live in it. You do the best you can because you only got one. You know, it could be a challenge. And you get your little support system to help you out. Get your little support system, because it's important to have some support when you're trying to do right. It's important to have people in your corner to help you stay on track, you know, help you stay on track. And you do right as best you can. Is it any guarantees on if any of it works and if any of it gonna help you? It varies, but for the most part, you give it, give it your best shot. Give it your best shot. So at least you can say, well, hey, I tried to make sure that I did what I was supposed to do. So, but if it didn't work out in your favor, well, that's just how it went. But for the most part, yeah, I gotta keep an eye on my cholesterol. Make sure it is doing what it's supposed to do, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and confirming it with the blood test to see what my number's gonna be. Just had to come on. Just had to come on this morning because we had some birthday shout outs today. Yeah, one of my wonderful friends, you know, knew her child since he was a baby. They had to come on here and say happy birthday to him. Happy birthday day, sing the birthday, and shoot the breeze with the people. Love on the folks. Yeah, get some love. Look for the hey sugar in the comment section. That's all. If that's all you can do, hey, I appreciate it. Appreciate seeing life, people interacting, you know, real folk interacting. They just see my face. I'm on this active platform. Sugar, Elisa, Lewis. Yep, I'm on this platform. And it's like, let me see what the world, who out here. Let me see who out here in the world. Let me see who it be. So, anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off. I'll be back in a little bit, probably sometime later on this afternoon. Shoot the breeze with you a little bit. Probably sing a little song, get a little song activity going on. Let you hear my pipes a bit. Yeah. I can sing a woo, woo, woo. I can do a little bit. Go live and sing a little woo, woo, woo. Let you hear me. One of my gifts. One of the gifts of our family. Both sides. We got some pipes. Yeah, I don't wail. I got some folks that be wailing. I don't wail. But yeah, I got a little something to say. A little something to sing about. And I'll share it with you. But in the meantime, I certainly appreciate everyone who decided to show me love, who decided to sit a spell, shoot the breeze with Shuga, even send me some stars. I appreciate it all. All right? So, I'll see y'all later on. Okay? Love you. Bye.